Hey, what's happening, everybody? So the other day when I went to Silver Falls, and by the way, if you haven't seen that video yet, check it out. It's probably my best video, at least the one I'm happiest with. We stopped by the house where I grew up and the town I grew up in real quick. It was really rushed, and I wasn't really happy with the footage. I wasn't even going to release it, but I let a few people say, they're like, dude, you should just release it. Some people might really enjoy this. So without further ado, keep in mind it was rushed. It's not my best work. But this is where I grew up, and this is the town I'm from, and a little bit of how it affected me. Let's check it out. All right, so this is the house I grew up in. Those windows back here, that's where my bedroom was. And this big field out here, I used to ride quads and horses all the time. I had a blast, man. There's people living there now. And then I remember when we built this carport out here, we'd keep all kinds of stuff in. And the barn's just falling apart. And this maple tree right in front of the house here, right there in the middle of the screen. I used to climb that all the time, and I had a tree fort in it. And also this big tree back here, I used to climb all the time. And back behind the barn back there, there's a big old creek I used to play in and ride my quads in and stuff. Man, it's so weird being here. It's so weird to see this again. Wow. I used to ride my bike down this hill all the time. It was so much fun. There's an old cemetery up here too. It's just crazy. Man, this is my old stomping grounds.
Please.
They got horses up here. Oh, man. Wow, just tons of memories. I found old Jeep Willys in that garage right there. Crazy. Some crazy kid lived here. He tried to light his house on fire or something. Did some crazy stuff. Wow, this all used to be forest right here. They cleared out a ton of these trees. So many. This house right here, this lady used to babysit me. Her name was Janice. She was a grumpy old lady. I remember that. Wow, man. And then these kids here, this was like they were from Tonga or something, and the kid tried to man, look at all the cars they have stacked up out there. They still live there. Definitely. Those people are dirty. This kid came over to my house one time and he was like, hey man, let's go on a bike ride. I'm like, all right, go open the garage, I'll be out in a minute. He's like, oh, you don't lock it? I'm like, nah, we never lock the garage out here, man. We got shotguns. And so he opened the garage, and the next day, I go out to get we went on a bike ride and everything, and the next day, I go out to get my bike, and it's gone. I was like, that son of a gun. I knew it was him. So my dad went over to his house with a shotgun. He's like knocking on the door or whatever. And, oh, look at all these horses. And he's like, that bike better be on my porch within 1 hour. So then like an hour and like 1 minute later, the guy shows up with the bike. It was so funny, so funny. Got the bike back though. All right, so we're pulling into Malala, which is the town I went to high school in. It's the town I spent the most time in when I went to town or whatever. It's about what, 20 minutes, maybe probably 20 minutes away from the place where I grew up, where we were at a few minutes ago. There used to be this restaurant here called Big Burger, which had awesome burgers and fries. It was so nice, and I really want to see if they're still open and get some food. That would be really nice. Yeah, it's still open. Check it out. It looks real run down, but the food, at least it used to be, super, super, super good. Awesome. All right, so this is the gourmet Malala experience here. Check this out. Look at that burger. Look at that burger. Mm-hmm. And we got some fries. Man, it's been so long since I had these. So good. And of course, I got a chocolate marshmallow shake. Wow, dude. I get like visions of like being a little kid. I used to talk to my mom and taking me up here. Oh, so good. So this is the skate park. It's like the crappiest skate park that's ever been made. It's just junk, man. I'll show you guys around town a little bit. So we got all kinds of mobile homes out here. All kinds of mobile homes. So this here is the high school. I didn't go here very long. I got kicked out a lot. But this is it. It's like the nicest building in town, probably. They had an old one that was made out of brick that fell apart in an earthquake, so they had to build this huge one here. I think it's pretty massive. This is the gym down here. It's kind of like, looks like a jail or something from the outside. Felt like it too. Here's Clark Park. This is where we'd always skip school and go and smoke weed and cigarettes and stuff. And the cops would always find us too. And this here is a Moala Buckaroo. This is our rodeo grounds. And they have monster truck shows out here too. Oh man, they're open. Let's go in there and take a look. Man, I haven't been here in so long. So the gate was wide open. So I figured I'd come down here and have a look. Oh man, this is it. Look at this. Dang. Oh, it's been so long. Man, I don't remember exactly where I was sitting. I think it was in the middle section here. But they had a monster truck show here, and they had Gravedigger, and I was so excited. Oh man, they had Bigfoot too, and they had rodeo out here. Oh man. Oh, it's been so long. I gotta go see what's on Main Street. Okay, so here's downtown. This bar here is called the White Horse for obvious reasons. Every once in a while, somebody climbs up there and steals the White Horse, and it's a really big deal. And down here, there's really nothing. But it's kind of cool how these buildings are really old looking. See that? Here's the feed store, Bentley's, that's still around. Here's the police station here in City Hall. This place changes businesses all the time. Looks like it's nothing now. And this right here on the left, Family Thrift Center, that used to be the video store. And I remember when they put the shopping center in with the Subway. There's only 3 places to hang out in this town. There's that skate park I showed you a minute ago. Kids hang out at this park. And the, oh, here's the fire station. It's a beautiful little fire station. I hope you can see that. And there's the bowling alley, which I'll show you right now. So this is the bowling alley. This is the 3rd place you could hang out in town. I actually got kicked out of here for life when I was younger. I did some burnouts in the gravel back there, and they weren't very happy about that. So that's a typical looking Malala girl right there for you. Cigarette in her mouth, 3 months pregnant. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. And I think that growing up in this tiny little town with nothing to do made me want to go out and do stuff. It increased that desire to go out and do stuff and adventure and see the world and get cultured and not be stuck, because there's a lot of people who are raised in these little tiny towns and stay there, and they're totally happy, and that's fine. I'm not ragging on them for that at all. I think that's cool. If you're happy, you're happy, good for you. But for me, I couldn't do it. I could not stay here, work at the lumber mill the rest of my life or something like that, and stay in some little house or something, It just wasn't me, so I didn't.